Something is wrong with the dark, not because of what you see, but because of what your mind detects before your eyes understand anything. In complete darkness, the brain becomes alert. It listens, it predicts, it imagines, and sometimes it warns you about something that is not supposed to exist. For a split second, the air feels heavier. Your chest tightens. A quiet pressure forms behind the eyes. It is subtle, almost easy to ignore. But then you feel it. A presence, a watcher, something standing just beyond the reach of light. Still, silent, close. People across the world describe this moment in almost identical words. They wake up and sense someone in the room. They stand in a hallway and feel observed. They turn toward a doorway and see a tall shape waiting in the dark. The details never change. No face, no voice, no movement. Science explains only the surface of this phenomenon. When the brain cannot predict what comes next, it activates its oldest survival system. This system creates flashes of possible shapes, fragments of figures, outlines of danger. These shadows are not hallucinations. They are rapid simulations created to protect you. Most vanish instantly. The moment you sense the presence, your fear center lights up before thought begins. You do not choose to be afraid. The brain decides for you. It fills the darkness with the simplest form of threat, a human shape, a tall silhouette standing perfectly still, a figure that feels real long before you consciously evaluate it. Yet one question remains unanswered. Why do people everywhere describe the exact same presence, the same height, the same stillness, the same cold awareness? These people do not share culture, history, or myths, yet they see the same thing waiting in the dark. Some researchers believe the answer is ancient. For most of human history, the greatest danger at night was another person, a stranger approaching without sound, a hunter watching from the shadows. The brain evolved to detect this shape instantly, even with almost no information. This instinct survived. It still activates today when the mind loses control of the dark. Dream research reveals another layer. When drifting between waking and sleep, the mind becomes transparent. Thoughts, memories, and instincts overlap. The watcher appears most often in this thin borderland where perception is unstable. A doorway, a corner, the end of the bed, always the same positions, because these are the places where danger once hid. Some describe a sudden coldness when the presence arrives. Others feel the room tighten, as if the air itself becomes aware. These physical reactions are real. They are triggered by a deep survival mechanism that activates before your mind can explain what is happening. Ancient cultures told stories of a shadow that stands beside the sleeping, sometimes as a guardian, sometimes as a warning, sometimes as a sign that something has crossed into the world for only a moment. The stories differ, but the figure is always the same: faceless, tall, silent. Modern neuroscience confirms the pattern. When the brain lacks information, it chooses the most universally recognized threat form: a silhouette, a human shape stripped of detail, a presence created to keep you alive. The signal in the dark is not a ghost, it is not a spirit, it is not an intruder from outside reality. It is a memory older than language, a protective illusion shaped by thousands of years of survival. But its impact feels real because the instinct behind it is real. When you feel the watcher, you are not sensing something supernatural. You are sensing the oldest warning system humanity has. A signal that activates when the world becomes quiet, when your senses weaken, and when the darkness grows deep enough for the ancient mind to wake again. The presence is not watching you. Your mind is watching the dark,